Alrighty, my friends, let's go ahead and figure out the answers on this here review. Let's see what we got. So, triangles are similar. Similar triangles mean we're going to set up proportions. Find the length of the missing side. So, I'm going to claim that UP over RP matches up with RT over RQ because of the similarity. Now, UP, I don't know what it is, so that's why I put the UP on top. RP is 154 because it says so. RT is 35, and QP, that's a QP, it looks like a QR, confused me, is 77. So to solve this problem, we're going to go ahead. We have question mark divided by 154, so I'm just going to multiply by 154. It's called multiplying by the reciprocal. And if I do that, that's going to be 2, so that's going to be 70. That's all you got to do there. Next one, NML is similar to NFE. So I want to put this on top. So I'm going to have NF, and NF matches up with NM. And then that's going to be, since I start with NF and that triangle, I got to start with this one. So NE is going to match up with, NE is going to match up with NL. So now NF is negative 6 plus 2x. NM is 60. NE is 14. And NL is going to be 84. Now, I'm going to explain what I would do, but then I'm going to write what I think a bunch of you are doing. I would multiply by 60. I think that's going to turn that into a nice number. And then I would add the 6 and divide by 2. But I think what a lot of you guys are going to do is you're going to multiply by the reciprocal. So you're going to get 84 times negative 6 plus 2x. So if I multiply by 84, these cancel. And then you got the 84 here. And you're also going to multiply by 60. So that would cancel here. And then you're going to do 14 times 60. So that's going to equal 14 times 60. Some of you call that cross multiplication. To be honest, that makes me want to vomit, but I forgive you. The reason it makes me want to vomit is because when we talk about cross multiplication, students then think that anything they do with fractions should involve that. So we're going to have 84 times 6. Again, the way I would have done it, I don't think I would have had some of these same pieces, but that's okay. And then 84 times 2 is going to be 168. And then 14 times 60. So that's 840. Now I'm just at a linear equation, so life is much better, although I forgot an x. So that should be 168x. So now let's add 504 to both sides. So 840 plus 504 is going to be 1,344. Woo, these numbers are huge. And then we'll go ahead and divide by 168. And we get, oh, that's a nice number. We got 8. If you wanted to, you could plug that back in here. And you'd find that this is 10. And then you could say, well, is 10 over 60 the same as 14 over 84? And hopefully, your answer to that question is an affirmative. All right. State if the triangles are similar. If so, state the reason. The reason you only have 3 choices: angle, angle, side, angle, side, and side, side, side. If you're using any other reason, you do not know what you are doing. Theoretically, all these have similarity things after them. And complete the similarity statement. So that means triangle something and then similar triangle something. So I got to fill things in. Let's see. If this is 5 and this is 20, this part's 15. So my question is, for triangle GAB, is 15 over, I'm going to put over GE, so over 20, the same as GB, 15 over, oh, of course it is. It's 15 over 20 is 15 over 20. So those are indeed the same. So the sides are proportional. And triangle GAB and triangle, I'll change colors and kind of draw it a little bit here. Triangle GFE is the same angle right in there, angle G. So this is going to be similar by side, angle, side. We have two sides that are proportional with the angle in between. And then we have GFE. We better go with GBA. In this case, you could have gone the other way because they're isosceles triangles, so it doesn't matter. Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a secret. This is almost the same question. So we do the same idea. I'm going to compare 22 to 34, and I'm also going to compare 19 to 8. No, just kidding. You got to add those. 19 to 27. Now, if that makes you uncomfortable, because those are some weird numbers, just do 22 divided by 34, and on your calculator, you get 0.647 and some other stuff. And then if you do 19 over 27, you get, oh, those are different numbers, 704, I'll call it. Now, since those are different numbers, not similar. The reason being, the sides are not proportional. Don't forget, though, I saw a number of you not telling these things. Angle, angle similarity, side, angle, side similarity, or side, side, side similarity. Be very, very careful. Ooh, Pythagorean theorem. Find the length of the missing side. Leave your answer in. This is not actually something. I'm gonna get rid of that from the answers. I will show you what simplest radical form is, but we are not assessing that, so I'm going to eliminate that. So 8 squared is, I almost said 16, but it's 64. 12 squared is 144. X squared. So we've got 8 squared, which is 64. Learn how to use things. And 144. That's 208. So then x is going to be the square root of 208. If you leave it like that, that's great. If you'd like to go to simplest radical form, I'm going to go ahead and take out, I can take a 4 out of there, right? Square root of 4, and then I'll have 52. 52 I can write as 4 times 13. So check me on that. 4 times 4 times 13. 208, so that works. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 4 is 2 square roots of 3. So 2 times 2, 4 square roots of 3. If you want to talk more about simplest radical form, that is fine. But as I said, if you leave it as a square root of 208, we are fine. Mr. Carlson is walking his dogs. He walks 6 miles north. 6 miles north. And then 8 miles east. If you're wondering, it goes north, east, southwest. I learned it as never eat shredded wheat, but I know there's a soggy waffles thing also going on there. At that point, he is tired and wants to go directly home. He must be tired. That's a lot of miles. How far is he from home? So wait, this was 8 miles east. So that's how he has to go. So this is a right triangle. So 6 squared plus 8 squared equals, I'm going to call it his distance squared. I'm going to call that D. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. D squared. That's 100. So that means D is 10. So he is 10 miles from home. Now that seems like a lot, but he walked 14 miles. So 10 miles is a lot less. State if the triangle is acute. That means c squared is less than. Obtuse, c squared is bigger than. Or right, c squared equals. Other side would be a squared and b squared. I know that's how you guys think about it, so that's okay. You could also think of it as big guy squared compared to the other two. So, okay, that did say 64. So I'm going to say, okay, so 64 squared, so 64 times 64. If I squared that, that's 4,096. 4,096. I just wanted to verify, so that's the biggest one, because if I square that, I'll get 8,837. And then I'm going to put a question mark in between, because I don't know. And then plus, if I square that, when you square a square root, you get just get 4741. So add 4741, and I get the same answer. So those are equal, so this is a right triangle. This looks like the biggest side, so when I square that, I'll get 256. And then when I square this, I'll get 231. And when I square this, I will get 100. So then I'll have 256, and I'll have 231 and 100 is 331. So this side is bigger, this side wins. So that means we are acute. If you have questions, let us know.